A Stalin double waits for customers beside the Kremlin. For a few euros, anyone can pose for photos with him, as if with the iron-fisted dictator himself. No one is shy. The business in Stalin photos is booming.
Stalin remains in people's memories. Parents and grandparents have passed down to their children the belief that Stalin was the foundation of today's Russia. And that's true. The factories he built are still in use.
An imposing bunker that Stalin built for himself in Moscow is now a museum and a popular destination for school field trips. This is where the dictator planned to hold his war council if the German troops had reached Moscow in World War II. On their tour of the bunker, the school children are told about Stalin's successes as a commander-in-chief. No one here mentions the millions of people killed in his political repressions or the ruthlessness of his industrialization policy.
Stalin may have been a bit strict or even cruel, but that was precisely what was needed. It created order.
He turned a peasant country into a developed industrial state.
He won the war, so we speak Russian here, not German, and we live in peace. I'm thankful.
Education expert Irina Shcherbakova is not surprised that young Russians admire Stalin because school books recently written under Kremlin supervision speak of Stalin as the most successful Soviet leader ever. Shcherbakova criticizes the way the books justify all Stalin's deeds.
Everyone who opposes a re-Stalinization of our society is worried by the school book. It influences how a whole generation thinks about Stalin. It's not an isolated monument or a film on television. It's policy.
For Sergei Kovalyov, the officially ordered trivialization of Stalin's crimes is a mockery. As a human rights activist, he suffered greatly as a result of Stalinist policies, spending 10 years in a forced labor camp. It's still hard for him to talk about what he experienced there. But he's outspoken when it comes to criticizing Russia's leaders for founding a historical commission to prevent what it calls the soiling of the memory of the Soviet era. Kovalyov says the commission is counterfeiting history.
This commission was founded so that Russians would perceive people in other countries as enemies. Those who cautiously ask questions about our past are categorized as opponents. That is the official ideology in our country today. It's primitive and repugnant.
Those who suffered under Stalin are especially indignant that he is visible in Moscow's cityscape again. A quote from an old Soviet anthem has been inscribed in Kroskaya subway station again. Stalin taught us loyalty to the people. And a Stalin statue may be erected here soon. The whole development is controversial.
It has long been known that he's a murderer. How can you raise a monument to a murderer?
But in today's Russia, those who criticize the Soviet Union are called unpatriotic. These school children know that and honor Stalin's memory.